Yep. The second one of the SPG drop, Sunsleep, dropped their album Moonlight Euphoria.
I wonder if you will even listen to a word I said. I can't get it through.
This is a debut album, I should mention, which is crazy to say Sunsleep as a debut.
We talked about
album.
a lot of debut albums. A Foreign Affair and Catch Your Breath were debut albums as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best of the debut albums. I'll tell you that.
Easily.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm hearing some disrespect on Catch Your Breath, but I've been hearing some disrespect on Catch Your Breath, so...
This is better than anything on that Catch Your Breath album. The worst song on here is better than the best Catch Your Breath song. I'll be so for real.
I agree.
All right, well, I'll just shut up. You guys can...
Guys, this album fucks.
I was not expecting... the singles left me middle, but they totally work here.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, the only single I had saved going into this was Stolen Crown. And I think that's one of the worst songs on the album, funnily enough.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know about...
That's not saying it's bad, by the way.
It's got a vibe everything to it that I don't think fits. I think I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't... You know what? I don't think it doesn't... Like, I think it still fits. But it's definitely not my favorite, so...
I'm with you. I agree with that.
It's still a great song, though.
Yep.
This album has a lot of good into it. For some reason, when I go back to it, like, I don't. It's hard for me to get into the descent from Live Again to Rain, and like that's probably the stint I've played the most of the album, just trying to get into it. But when I go back to this album, like, I love Attention. Attention is great, really good opener. But Pressure, man. Pressure's so good.
Pressure is really good.
Pressure reminds me of Nothing But Thieves.
That's a good comparison. I remember you said that, and I went and listened to it.
I don't listen to the band, but
did I say that?
Yeah.
In chat?
You either mentioned it in call or typed in chat. You said it before, yeah.
Time to search this up. I don't remember.
I didn't. The first time I heard Pressure, I thought it was going to go into like some sort of breakdown, and it didn't. And I was like, "What the fuck? Like, this was just one big tease. Like, I'm confused."
It did say that. What was
but
that?
more time, yeah, right.
Than half baked.
Dude,
the
more I listen to Pressure in this album, it's just like everything clicks together perfectly.
Pressure, when it doesn't go into breakdown, but instead drops all of the instruments and just goes like just the drum beats. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Absolutely.
Johnny Craig's feature in this album is great. Better Off is a great song.
I remember being so surprised by that because it wasn't a listed feature at the time. So all of a sudden, Johnny Craig popped up in the middle of track 10. I was like, "What the fuck?"
See, I knew about it because they posted it on the track list, but it was Spotify wasn't updated for some reason. So it was like super weird.
I'm so mad that I can't go to the show tomorrow. Tell me how it is.
For it. I will. Devin put up the track list. It's on the
Don't tell me that. Fuck.
It's on the thing.
Their Instagram?
No, it's on his Spotify. If you go to Spotify, it's a playlist.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Yeah, it's got Noon Sensations, Hello Goodbye, Medication, Thicker Skin.
This is too much to handle.
Rain from the album's there.
Oh, Haze and Dive?
Yeah.
Dude, this set list is perfect. I'm gonna...
I'm super excited.
This is like my first exposure. Like, this album is my first exposure to this band or artist. Is it just him now? Is it...
No, it's a band. It's
Oh,
Devin.
it's a
Devin Barris is
five-piece.
the vocalist, but it's a
Okay.
5-piece.
And yeah, I'm blown away.
Yeah,
They don't have
I-
a single bad song as far as I'm concerned.
they never do. Like, you should go back and listen to their debut EP because
Yeah, I hope to see Again with Brand New Eyes. It's like a top 3 EP of all time, in my opinion.
it's really good.
Like
Devin Barris as well is just a phenomenal vocalist.
Yeah.
what I was like. This came out the same day as Levitate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So on the day of that release, I was like, oh, I gotta listen to Varsity. And then I'll listen to Sunsleep as well. Might as well. Sunsleep made up for what Levitate was lacking. I'll say that.
Ooh.
I'm not. That's not to bash on Levitate. Levitate's still okay, but this just absolutely blew me away.
I don't know if we talked about it too much when it dropped. But can we give a encore appreciation to the title track "Moonlight Euphoria"?
Was it a
So
single?
fucking catchy.
Yeah.
It was a single.
Well, I'm glad I didn't listen to it as a single.
It's still good. Like I in this context, I didn't care because it's super easy to listen to. I also think it's in the way it's ordered. I think it's far enough removed from the other songs where I think it's a good palate cleanser. This album in general, is great.
I wanted to enjoy this album more than I did. Like, it's a good album. It's similar to A Virtue, but for different reasons. It didn't really leave too much of a mark for me. Attention's good. Hello Goodbye really surprised me. Between that and Stolen Crown for my favorite songs off of this album. The stretch in the middle of Medication, Live Again, When They Shut Me Down, and Rain really just whelmed me. Killed a lot
Oh,
of
Medication is so good.
It just killed a lot of momentum for me. Particularly When They Shut Me Down.
Bad.
I do really like
Magic.
Solitary Mist. Solitary Mist is probably my third favorite on here. So like I do like some of the softer stuff on here, but it's just, I don't know. It's not fully clicking with me. A part of me is wondering, like, am I at a point where I'm listening to too much music? To where like I'm so overwhelmed with how much stuff I'm trying to listen to that like by the time I get to stuff like this that I just don't want to hear it even if it's good.
Bro,
That
I have
is
the
fair.
opposite problem. I don't listen to enough.
Like that's genuinely like the most reasonable explanation I can come up with for why I didn't click with this album as much as I did. I mean, admittedly, some of the slower songs just aren't songs that I enjoy, but like even the songs that I do enjoy, I've only listened to a handful of times, and I feel like I should be having some of them on repeat. Like I should be listening to Stolen Crown on repeat because that song is incredible. I should be listening to Hello Goodbye more than like a couple of times over the course of the week that like I've been able to listen to it, and I just haven't.
What you should be listening to is Golden Eyes, because I think that's the best song on the album. Everything here is like a 9 at minimum.
I think Pressure or Medication for me.
Both phenomenal songs. There's never a point where this, contrary to Jake, I guess, there's never a point where this album loses me. I think it ebbs and flows perfectly. I have zero complaints about this album. I've wanted this for 4.5 years now. Finally got it. Payoff is unreal. I'm so happy that I didn't like the singles some too, because it let me enjoy them fully in the context of the album. And holy balls. Everything about this is just, I mean, lyrically, it's not like the strongest album I've ever heard, but like thematically and the way the lyrics play into that theme. And the production, shout out Devin Barris for self-producing this. Everything.
What is lyrically about? Because I haven't been able to find lyrics anywhere.
So as far as I've been able to discern, it's about navigating the most fluctuating parts of life in terms of like coming to terms with like why you're here, and like what impact you have on the world, like toxic relationships, like the ups and downs of a relationship, the ups and downs of your own internal struggle. Like it's all this varied ebb and flow of things that ends with Moonlight Euphoria, which I feel like is sort of a blissful release from all of that uncertainty. As far as I can tell, I don't know if that's meant to be it or not, but that's what I've gotten out of it.
I did find the lyric. You got to take a look at them.
I
always thought like the songs each had their own emotion. Like Attention was the I'm really see. I would say Envy. Golden Eyes Lust. Hello Goodbye, I think it's Separation. Some more clear ones were like Stolen Crown was Greed. Moonlight Euphoria was Ecstasy. But that was my loose interpretation. Yeah, all in all, phenomenal album.
Yeah, this is easily one of the better albums I've heard all year. No sense hiding that for end of year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh yeah.
Nah, he's just saying we'll talk about it again.
Maybe.
Potential.
Maybe.
Potential.